Hello and welcome back to Super Mario Sunshine, everybody. This time it's gonna be a little bit different because, as you see right here, there's a little bit crisper of a quality of audio, and also this is just going on its own with free edits. So here's the thing that's going on with this. You may hear like, hey, this is the usual recording method, but also the audio is a bit cleaner than normal. That is because I did go and bring up the Elgato just to record all of these separate worlds, all 8 parts of this. And I did go through it all, and it was fine. Except, no, it wasn't. There was definitely some frame drops and all that. And it's tough to really explain truly. So, yeah, just understand that I did record all of these with the Elgato, and the only thing is, with this first world specifically, with Bianco Hills, it was consistently freezing every few seconds. So that's why I'm okay with using the audio. The audio is completely fine. But the footage itself was unusable. So that's why it's a mesh of the two things. It's funny. And the funny thing is, as well, is that I synced everything to... I synced the footage with the main recording footage. But I didn't really need to do that. Even because it's going to be post-commentary anyway, but at the same time I did that for safekeeping, to actually make sure it's a watchable experience and not just frame drops a loser, which is dumb. So, yeah. Now, to actually explain some things you're going to be seeing over the next couple of episodes here, well, first off, this here is one of the more common things you'll be seeing, is there's going to be a painting on the wall, and then if you spray one painting, it's gonna just pop a blue coin out from the other painting of a wall. I think there's one in every level. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that sounds right. So you'll be seeing them a bunch. And yeah, it's kind of like a platforming challenge at the same time too. But yeah, for the main bulk of this whole thing that you'll be seeing, in the bottom left corner, there will be a marking piece of words to show whether or not there's going to be a blue coin specifically locked into a specific episode, because, like it or not, all of these blue coins can't be found in one singular episode. You have to mix and match between all of the different levels in order to find them all. And unfortunately enough, this Bianco Hills, as I found out afterwards, is the only level in the game where, or if you count Delfino Plaza, it's the same thing, but it's the only level of the game where you don't have to do multiple visits. You can do every single one of these blue coins in episode 8. And I didn't realize this for this video, or this post-recording, so I went through like the earliest possible instance for every single blue coin that I could have. I think it's this episode that I only did this for, because the rest of them I planned them out in post. So here we go, showing off episode 3 going into that. And just heading into episode 3. See, that's your marker, episode 3 to 8, and there's all the different things. That is important to note. So, otherwise, that's gonna be that, I guess. But something interesting about Bianco Hills is that in the intro of Super Mario Sunshine, they have that this promotional video to show off all the different areas of the island that Mario and Peach and all that are watching the plane. And for some reason, Bianco Hills picture shows off that there is Mario can be seen in that picture before he's even supposed to have gotten to the island. I'm not sure why it's been like that, but it's still a thing that exists in the game, and it's funny in some ways. It is. So yeah, heading back through these missions was fun and all that. So if you keep an eye on which of these missions you'll see for all these blue coins, you should be able to get a perspective on where all these blue coins are and how to obtain them. So if you can do that, then that's good. And also, like you will notice, we do have the off number count for the blue coins, because there were 2 coins that I picked up during the playthrough. I will be showing off those coin grabbings again when we get into those worlds, because, you know, consistency, so you'll be seeing recycled footage, but other than that, it will be all new stuff. Here's episode 5. where you have the rocket nozzle and all that. So there's this Pianta up here. There's different ways of getting blue coins every now and then. Like, you can clean up the Pianta and they'll give you a blue coin. You spray a bunch of stuff and you get a blue coin. You do some platforming challenges and you get a blue coin. There's plenty of blue coins to go around, because there is 240 of them. And yes, it's definitely true to understand that there's going to be only 230 that we collect, because the last 10 is in the last level, and we'll be doing that live. So you're gonna be seeing that live with live commentary. And speaking of live commentary, I need to mention this because I should have mentioned this earlier when the episode started, just to explain the break and all that. But I recorded every single one of these things late February, early March, and then there was a bunch of wait time to actually edit all this stuff together. And just about when I started exporting these raw files to start actually doing these voiceovers, March 31st rolled around, where Repentance released. And that literally took up a week of my time. I played it for like a week straight and didn't do anything else. And also, just before I forget it, I'm showing off every single time I die, or any other failure like that in this, because it shows character. So yeah, Repentance took up a lot of my time, and I'm still going through it. There's still a bunch of stuff to do. So I'm gonna have fun with that. And eventually the episodes will come out for the challenges and the other characters that they added in, so that's gonna be fun. Now, here's the thing you're gonna love me doing. Here are the bluebirds. I may have mentioned it before, but the main thing with the bluebirds is that you have to spray them 3 times and they'll drop a blue coin. However, I'm showing every single bluebird attempt in full, because, you know, it's fun to see me go through all these blue coins in a fast manner, but at the same time, this entire ordeal took 4 hours and like 45 minutes to do every single one of them. And you have to suffer this in some way, because it can be pretty tedious getting every single one of these blue coins. And as you can see, entering first person mode in the type row, not useful. And I mentioned that I will show off the type rope stuff in Nuki Bay, because I did do that there, because there was some funky movements that you can do with that. But otherwise, this blue bird is just roaming around. You have to look for him. You have to really look for him. And it's just incredibly tough to do that sometimes, because they can disappear in the blink of an eye, and no one knows how or where to go from here. Let's see, there it is. Go on, Mario, you can do it. I know you do it. It's definitely something. Yeah, it's still interesting how I handled this specific mission, because afterwards I just became more focused on everything. But yeah, coming into this part is where we actually start with the 100 coins, because now is the part where I get the last remaining blue coins and then start doing the red coins. Oh, well, actually the 100 coins itself. There's some of these that I do it for, but most of the time I just go into a fresh new episode in order to do the 100 coins afterwards, because, you know, some missions don't have 100 coins. Some of them Actually, I think some of them have 100 coins in them. It's just very difficult to get those 100 coins in some of the missions. So there's more optimal missions to pick to grab those 100 coins in, and that's why I'm doing it. Fun fact about the raw recording, I did try going to find this mission in episode 1, because they said it wasn't any mission. However, it was not there, so I had to go back and do it in that one. And then there's also this papaya shit with the bees. The bees are interesting because, as you're about to see, with that papaya juice went into the water, because Mario didn't want to have that fruit. The bees, you'll see them a couple of times. You have to get Yoshi over here, and you have to take him to the bees, and then you have to spray down the bees in order to grab the coins that they can drop. And you want to keep in mind the amount of coins that drop just from eating these bees. That's a lot of coins, isn't that right? That's a good 20 that you can grab just from this alone. And if you're careful with everything, you're able to do well. Meanwhile, Yoshi is broken. This happens a lot when you are playing around the bees and you're just trying to eat them as much as you can. If you get knocked off whilst Yoshi is eating something, then he gets stuck in a state where he's just endlessly kind of got his mouth open and his saddle's broken because Mario is technically still riding him. Kind of like that. You saw it a little bit there, but it's in a different angle. There it is again. It's funky. At the same time, yeah, this is just showing off the rest of the coins that I'm grabbing. Trust me, these B coins are gonna come back with a vengeance later on. Don't worry. It's gonna be super fun to do. Oh, and something else too. I guess this is a good thing to mention. With how short I cut these parts, I considered doing 2 of them at once. But then I thought, you know, let's just get, if it's getting through them quicker, I did do multiple of them at once. But then I thought against doing that. And I thought, hey, it's easier just to split them up into these shorter episodes and get them all done, so I don't have to spend so much time talking about one thing in post instead of actually being there in the moment and doing things. And with that blue butterfly, that marks the last of the 100 coins, last of the blue coins in Bianco Hills. It's all 30. And now it's time for strategies in terms of grabbing all the 100 coins. See, these pokey heads that show up in these rings and some places around the island, what you want to do with them is spray them into a wall so that they drop free coins. And then after you do that with some of these rings, you want to spin around and light, just bloom all these flowers so you can get an extra coin, depending on how many of the flowers are remaining there. Because there's 6 there, and pretty soon you'll see that there's going to be 5 picked up from there. Which, yeah, it definitely helps to getting blue coins and 100 coins. I'm going to get this mixed up all throughout, aren't I? It's going to be fun. I truly enjoy those moments where I get blue coins and 100 coins mixed up frequently. It's truly fun. Now, if you could take guesses at this moment as to how long some of these missions take me, it's probably going to surprise you which missions take the least amount of time and which mission took the most amount of time for me to do in post. Because, yeah, I did mention before, earlier on, that, hey, all of this took 4 hours and 45 minutes or so. Cut down, this whole series took, cut down to everything like this, it took about 2 hours and 25 minutes-ish. That should be around the right area, but you can look at the raw video numbers after this. You can calculate them yourself and find out the real truth to how long each of these are. But at this point, you see we have 70 coins, which is quite a lot. And we haven't even gone over to the massive tightropes. The tightropes definitely have a lot of coins for you to grab. And with the other Pokehead that I just kind of stomped on, I would have like 2 more coins than I do right now. But yeah, that's all. And here's another thing too, like with some of these footage, I thought, hey, I could trim this down a lot more than I could, but I wanted to have some substance to him again. So a lot of this I could have cut between, just like trim out some runnings to the next coin, and this specifically. But yeah, let's not do that because you need to see the full experience, and also, keep things flowing in a decent way and have a decent amount to watch each week. Clearly, this is going up weekly. I mean, technically I could keep content going at a steady pace if I did do it weekly, but I don't want to do that. I'll probably be doing this daily. But then I have to make sure I have, the last level done. And I don't want to do that now. I've got more important things to be doing. Like repentance. Oh. Wow. I've got the audacity open in the back. I just sort of waveformed of that noise I made. I was trying to drink out of my drink, and it was funny to look at. It really is funny. There's these pokies here. They drop about 3 coins. Although, later on, you'll see in Counter Village, I don't think they drop 3 coins. It's weird. Now, you could just go on the water to grab the last couple of coins if you're doing the exact same pathway that I'm doing. Or, you could do what I've been doing, and just do some idiocy by jumping into this tree and grabbing just 1 and 2 coins there. And there you go, that's 100 coins. And the other thing you could do, if you really wanted to, is you could grab a bunch of coins and then go into a secret area and grab more coins from there. However, that's not really a worthwhile thing to do, especially on your first visit to a secret area, because otherwise you won't have the flood to save you. But other than that, that's going to be it for this first episode of Blue Coins. Please stick around for the next episode of Blue Coins. It should be truly fun to go through them all. See you then. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we shall continue on with 100 Blue Coins right after this. See you in a second. Bye bye.